Hello folks, it's Watchman Andrew. I wanted to give you my Obama dream and a vision I also had of Obama. It was very disturbing, yet it was a revelation of truth. In my dream, it was in a suburban neighborhood, and I saw a house on this corner, and there was nobody outside. There was no cars around. It seemed like that this house had something really eerie to it. And I was walking by it, or up to it, and I saw that the door was open, and it was just black. And I went in the door. And when I went into the door, there was a staircase in front of me. I went up the staircase. There was a door to my left and a door to my right. I went into the door to the left. And I go into this room, and it was a child's room. You could tell it was a child's room. I don't know why. You could just tell. Like baby blue colors everywhere. And I look around on the walls, and I see t-shirts and posters of Yes We Can and hope and change. I knew that this was Obama's room. And I saw him. I saw a little kid in a suit with his back to me. And he was playing with a fire truck and an airplane. And it looked like Obama. And he turned and looked at me, and it was Obama. And his face was his adult face, but he was in a child's body. And I said to him, "This is sick." It's like this room, he was worshiping himself. And I said, "Do you know who you are? Do you know what you are?" He said, "What do you say I am?" I said, "You're the Antichrist. You're the beast." He said, "That's very disturbing. It's apparently so." And then his eyes went black, and his face started to change. And it really creeped me out, and I said, "Jesus rebuke you." And I left the room very hastily. And as I was leaving the room, the door that was to my right going up the stairs, a woman came out of the door, and she was a temptress. She was very seductive and dressed very seductively, and she had fangs, and she was being very sexual and touching herself, and it was just nasty. And she was trying to seduce me, and I go to take a right to go down the staircase, and she grabs me, and I shook her, and she grabbed my ankle, and I was shaking my ankle, and I kicked her in the face, and I said, "Jesus rebuke you." And as I was going down the stairs, the door that I came in that was dark had turned into light. And I went out the door, and the dream ended. Now I could interpret that dream. Obviously Obama's the Antichrist. And when I went in that door, I went into darkness, because I was seeing evil. And the woman was the whore of Babylon, the false religious system. And I guess it was, the beast riding the whore, and the whore and the beast, they're kind of one and the same, kind of like how the beast and the false prophet work together. And she was trying to tempt me, and I rebuked her. I rebuked the false religious system, and when I was going down the stairs, the door became light, and that was the way out. Jesus is the way out. He is the light. He's the way, the truth, and the life. So that was that dream. I also had a vision, and I was reading Daniel 11, and I was in the spirit, and I saw, all of a sudden, I'm in the Oval Office, and I'm looking around, and it kind of looked like it was made like the Matrix, a little different. It wasn't like reality, though. And everything was kind of made out of like stars and code. Like I said, it was like the Matrix in a way. And I realized I was in someone's body, and this person was in control. I wasn't the person. And the person was walking around looking at the walls, and they felt like everything was worshiping them. And then, as I'm in this body, the person approaches a balcony, and all these people like have lighters. They look like stars holding lighters, and the stars are in the sky glistening, and the trees are glistening, and the grass and the obelisk, and everything just looks like it looks like the person's eyes I'm looking through feels that everything is worshiping him. And then I realized I was in Obama, and I was looking through his eyes into the future, and I felt sick immediately. And I pushed away, and I said, I want no part of this. And I came out of the back of his body, and I saw the back of him standing there with his arms raised up, accepting all the worship, feeling that I felt what he was feeling. He feels that everything worships him. The ground he walks on, the walls, the trees, the people, the stars, the earth, the bugs, the animals. It was a very sickening, disturbing vision. And then I came back. But it's very evident that our president is the Antichrist. He's fulfilling all kinds of Bible prophecy. Daniel 8 talks about the little horn that grows up between the he-goat's eyes, and it says that the he-goat from the west shall subdue the kings of Media and Persia. Media is Iraq, Persia is Iran. We have already subdued the king of Persia, and the little horn that has grown up between the he-goat's eyes from the west, Babylon, America, is about to subdue the king of Persia, Iran. That's what's going to start World War III when we go at it with them. You know, and it says he shall magnify himself above all, and his estate he shall stand up a vile person, and not regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire for women. We all know that he does not regard the God that all the presidents, his forefathers, have regarded before him. He's a Muslim. Well, at least he pretends to be a Muslim, and a Christian, and a Jew, and a Hindu. He appeases whoever's religion that it is most convenient to get him support. He's Satan. He worships himself. It also says that he won't regard the desire for women. There's all kinds of accusations of him being a homosexual from multiple people. He's on Newsweek, the first gay president, and you know, he's also on the cover of Newsweek, God of all things, and he's called himself God, and on multiple occasions. He did it in reading Psalm 46 in front of where the World Trade Centers used to stand, and wrote, "We will rebuild, we will come back stronger, we will overcome," and that's WWW, the way he wrote it, and that's from the book of Isaiah, where they replaced the sycamores with cedars. And WWW is Va 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 in Hebrew, which is 666. They took a beam from the old World Trade Center and put it in the new Freedom Tower. He is the beast. He will initiate the mark of the beast through Obamacare. He who has the number of his name, Obama 666. He's the Antichrist. It's time to wake up, church. This isn't a game. This isn't a theory. This is the truth. A lot of people in the body of Christ are having these same dreams and visions. Biblically, there's a mountain of evidence. He's fulfilled the covenant of Daniel 9:27. When he went to Israel, he entered 6 days before Passover on his democratic donkey, just like Jesus did in John 1:21, when he entered Jerusalem 6 days before Passover on the donkey. Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? He is the abomination in the temple. The temple is the body. Wake up, people. It's time. Jesus saves.